başlayabilirsiniz.
So good evening to all our MÜSİAD members. And as you know, it is now today the continuation of our programs we had about an important issue for us about honorary consuls. But maybe first a little introduction. MÜSİAD is Turkey's largest and widest businessman association with its 87 branches in Turkey and its presence in 95 countries. From its creation, MÜSİAD is a global organization, business-oriented, but especially export and international trade-oriented. And we are working very narrowly with international organizations. Apart from our international presence, also we have more than 200 agreements with international businessmen associations in 4 continents. And with these signatures also, we are aiming to develop trade between our countries and these countries, and also making more understandable for each country's businessman, because sometimes, and especially during this pandemic period that is affecting all our economies, we have seen that frontiers are closed, and also about logistics, or many of our exporters and traders globally have these logistics problems. And we are, of course, as a businessman association for free trade and liberal economies, and we are, of course, lobbying for our businessmen and foreign businessmen to have access to markets, because opening minds and business is very important. For this honorary consuls work, historically, of course, it is important, but last 2 years, MÜSİAD have began a very important work in Turkey. We gathered like 50 honorary consuls in our headquarters with our president, Mr. Khan. And last year, we had this meeting with them. We listened carefully because we think that they are trade diplomacy's very important actors. And we saw that there was many issues about them. And we are working very narrowly with our foreign minister, Mr. Çavuşoğlu, about these issues. After this first meeting, we organized a second one in MÜSİAD Expo. It is the only and first this year physical expo meeting in Istanbul with 50,000 physical participants, and a very big success, in fact. And during this expo, we had the Honorary Consuls World Summit, and İlhami Bey participated to this meeting, and we thank him for this. And alongside with 80 honorary consuls in Turkey and abroad. After that, we had 5 sessions of webinars with honorary consuls in Turkey, regional, Africa, Central Asia, Asia Pacific, Europe, etc. And now it is the first session today of meeting with our honorary consuls abroad that are also very important to us. And we are beginning with European region, and we have very important 2 representatives and 2 countries. I will introduce, of course, beginning by ladies first, Mrs. Judith Harmati. She is our honorary consul in Hungary, a very important country for us. But sometimes it's important to have some images and to see about the country where she is representing us. I think she has a little video for us presenting the region. So please, Judith, please, if you can send it now. Because the region is very important, and I think she will tell us why it is important to us.
There's a mute, Judith.
Yes, we need the sound.
Judith, there is a mute. Your microphone is muted.
Yes,
okay.
Now
sorry,
it's okay.
sorry. Now I begin it. Can you see it?
Yes, and full screen will be better. Excellent. Excellent.
So that was my region, where I live.
Excellent. So Mrs. Judith Harmati, thank you for being with us this evening. Maybe first you can introduce yourself and also your region to our members. After that, if you can just introduce why your region economically is very important for Turkey, and also as our honorary consuls and you're representing Turkey in your country, how do you feel and live this representation of Turkey in your country? So please.
So welcome everybody. My name is Judith Harmati and I became the Honorary Consul of Turkey last year before the pandemic. So it was a very interesting period for me as well. And it was a long time before I was elected and I was inaugurated just to become an Honorary Consul of the Turkish Republic. The reason is that we have a lot in common between the two countries' history, because in the 16th century, our history played a very important role. And the Turkish people lived here in Hungary for almost 100 years. And just a very interesting information, there is a neighboring village here, not far from Eger, where 80% of the people's ancestors are Turkish origin, So it's also very interesting. I live in Eger, which is in the northern part of Hungary. It is between two valleys, the valley of Matra and Bük. And our region is very famous for tourism. Of course, not in this period because of the pandemic, but Eger is among the first 10 most important and most visited places in Hungary regarding the tourism. I would really be very pleased if more people from Turkey would visit not only the capital, Budapest, and the neighboring cities of Budapest, but also they would be interested just to explore the special villages, the special cities in northern Hungary as well. This area is also famous for the thermal water, which was discovered by the Turks while they were staying here in Hungary. And we have also a Turkish bath, and this has a very special medical effect, especially for rheumatic problems and different women diseases. It is also a very important wine growing area, so we have a lot in common in this field as well. Our wine producers are always among the first top ones representing Hungary. To tell the truth, regarding the industry, it's not so very famous, so I would like to find the cooperation between the two countries, just where we can work together. Only we have German companies here in Eger and this region who are producing spare parts for cars. And I think there is a lot of things, a lot of possibilities in this field just to develop our industry, both between Hungary and Turkey. Regarding the wine growing area and regarding the agriculture, I think we can also cooperate together in the future, because I know that both in Turkey and both of Hungary, we have a lot of possibilities, regarding the fruit, regarding the food and things like that. And of course, I have to mention also the education area as well. because we have a very big university here, and a lot of Turkish students come to study here with the Erasmus possibility. So when I started my work last year, my first task was to have the Turkish students, to find the right accommodation for them. And it was also a big challenge for me when the pandemic started and they started to travel in Europe, and suddenly they had to come home, because of the pandemic, because the borders were closed. So I think we can find, or we have a lot of possibilities to work together, both in the field of agriculture, industry, and especially in tourism and in education, so everywhere. I have to tell you that originally I'm a hotel manager. I run a very big hotel in Eger. It is a very big wellness and conference hotel. We have 217 rooms. And also we can organize special cultural events, for example, and I can also provide possibilities for the actors and actresses and for singers who would like to come here. And it is my aim just to inform the Hungarian people, and especially people living in Eger, just to get to know with them the Turkish culture and the Turkish architecture and the Turkish values. I think it's also very important. So I have a lot of things which I have in my mind, but because of this situation, which really cause a lot of problems nowadays in our everyday life, it was very difficult to start the work together. But just I can also mention to you that I was also asked from a University of Medicine in Budapest to find cooperation with Turkish universities, where also the Turkish students can come to study, not only in Eger, but in Budapest. So because our education in the field of medicine is very strong, I think, and also a lot of foreigners come to study here as well.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Of course, we are going to have this dialogue this evening. We have time. So I think we'll have many subjects, but your first introduction was very interesting. And concerning international students, I think it is my professional occupation. We have an international education company in Turkey working with more than 40 countries. And really, it is a way to develop trade relations. This exchange of students is very important for countries, because when you study in a country, you are linked to this country your lifelong. That's why in the discussion, I think we will have also an exchange about this, because we are working very strongly about this subject, and also about tourism. As you told, it's a very important issue between our countries. So now let me introduce Mr. İlhami Aygün. He is our Honorary Consuls in Monaco. This evening is very important, because when we say Monaco, of course, for us, we have very different images. And this evening, I think he's going to give us a very different image and also a complete view of this country. First of all, thank you very much, Mr. Aygün, to be with us this evening. And of course, if you can first introduce yourself for our members. And after that, maybe the first question, normally it is not the subject, but about space agency, because you are the sector's maybe most important person in the region. And you have already worked about space programs for many countries. If you can have a few words about this for beginning. After that, we will of course speak about Monaco. Please, Mr. Aygün.
Thank you, Zeki Bey. İyi akşamlar for all the friends of Turkey in Turkey. Yes, I'm the Honorary Consul of Turkey in Monaco. I think since 2003. It's a bit long time. And as you know, most of the, or almost all the honorary consuls representing Turkey outside of Turkey are foreigners or the native people from their country. But I think I'm the only exception that I'm Turkish, but representing Turkey in Monaco, which is also a big honor to me also, in addition to my works here. So I'm very happy. Yes, I was in Turkey a long time ago as establishing the space sector and launching the first Turkish satellites, designing and launching the first 3 and 4 Turkish satellites, Turksats. And then we moved to Monaco to create some joint ventures with Turkey and France. And from 2004, I have my own company called Space Systems International. And with the success and the work that we launched our first satellite from Monaco. And today we have also a sister company called MonacoSat. We are partnering with the Monaco government, and Monaco government is also a shareholder in this company. So I can say that we are doing the Turksat of Monaco. And we continue. But of course, as Monaco is a small country and few people, only around 39,000 people, there are not so many also Turkish, let's say, businessmen. Long time we are here, so actually it seems that we are working on both sides, representing Turkey here, but also representing Monaco in Turkey and outside of Monaco. So this is, I can say, the introduction. And again, I'm very happy that MÜSİAD initiated such discussions. Several years ago, again, Mevlüt Bey, our minister, organized some honorary consuls seminars in Turkey from all the honorary consuls of Turkey outside of Turkey, which was, I think, very successful and efficient. But due to some other involvement of Turkey around Turkey, and today, I mean, these days, because of the COVID, it's difficult. But I think you took the leadership on this subject, and I hope you will continue with this type of interactions with the other representative of Turkey outside of Turkey. I think this is a very good initiation. Again, I would like to thank to you and to the MÜSİAD.
Thank you very much. About space agency, what can you say us? It's a very important subject last week in Turkey.
Yes, actually, I was involved. I mean, from the beginning, as I said, 30 years ago, I created the base in Turkey. Maybe what we can do, I may start to present about Monaco.
Yes,
some graphics about Monaco. In this presentation, also, I just mentioned what we are doing on the space business in Monaco. By considering that, I think this is a hot subject in Turkey that I was expecting you could ask, but it will be good also for us to exchange some of our views. Let me try to put.
I think you are host now. You can share. It's okay. Yes.
It's okay. Can we see?
We can see. Yes.
Okay. So Monaco is a small country, but it was established in the 13th century, 1297. I mean, we can say that at the same time as Ottomans, when the Turks created the Ottomans.
Yes.
So more than 750 years they are existing. Same family, Grimaldi family. Origin from Italy, some kind of, I could say, pirates established in Monaco, but they managed to continue their principality until now. It is 2 square kilometers. I think many of our cities are bigger than Monaco.
Yes, Eger is bigger than this.
I can imagine. And the population is 39,000. That I will give some numbers. This is but in this population, the Monegasque, we call Monegasque, the Monaco nationalities are in minority. The currency is euro. By the way, Monaco is not a member of European Union, but Monaco resident card is considered as the Schengen card. So any resident having the resident card of Monaco, it is valid in all Schengen countries. So there's a special agreement with EU, but also with the France, that Monaco accepted the euro and the Schengen involvement. Language is French, but most people, almost all people, speak English and Italian also. So it is very cosmopolitan and international place. Political regime is hereditary. It's the same family, Grimaldi family, continues. But it is a constitutional monarchy. There is the constitution, and it is very strict. It is a law and order country. It is, although small country, but it is Monaco is also represented in the United Nations and all the international organizations. So even in the United Nations or in many international organizations, bigger countries have one vote. Also, Monaco has one vote. And I can proudly say that until now, in almost all the international voting systems in United Nations, or even for the Olympics and the things, Monaco was always supporting Turkey and giving their votes for Turkey. It's a friendly country. The population, the French by history and nature is populated. They are around 10,000 number. And then the Monegasque is around 9,000 these days. And then Italian, 7,000. And then it continues. We don't have so many Turks here. With the Turkish passport, there are around 110 residents. But there are some other Turks having the Swiss passport and the others. But the Turkish community is well accepted, and they are also in the daily life of Monaco, and Monaco is a very friendly country in that sense. So I think in this program is not to sell Turkey, but we have to sell Monaco. Yes. So Monaco is in the center of almost in Europe and close to everywhere. Since Monaco is small, there is no airport, but the airport next to Monaco is Nice Airport in France, which is around 30 minutes here. And with the helicopter, there is a shuttle helicopter every 15 minutes between the Monaco and the airport. There's a helicopter service, which is cheaper than taxi, I should say, and 6 minutes, just 6 minutes. So it has a good connection. I'm saying these things on behalf of Monaco Economic Board, which is the Monaco Economic Board is also the Chamber of Monaco or TOB of Monaco. And I'm the member long time there. So that's why I could present them also. Monaco, one of the, or many of the advantages is a neutral country, politically neutral. Wherever you go as a Monaco company based on Monaco, you are welcomed almost everywhere as a company or even as a person. The stability is very important. There is one country, one prince, and it is, we could say, a similar presidential system as France, but the president is permanent, the prince. but there is elections. There is the prime minister and the ministers appointed by the prince, and there is a parliament, National Assembly, with 24 members, I could say, which is enough for Monaco. And there is a free elections for the parliament. Security in Monaco is the long time is the most important thing, part of the Monaco. There is around, for every 70 people, there is one policeman, but you don't see them everywhere. Everywhere is controlled by the cameras. I could say crime is zero. Maybe in the world, it is very difficult to say for one country, but yes, I mean the crime or any type of such security issues is almost zero in Monaco right now. Of course, this shows that everybody could freely go out, go on the streets alone without any security or any thinking about the security problems. So also it shows that most of the, let's say, world rich and important people are settling and resident in Monaco. Some good things, I mean, that's not comparable with some other countries. As a country, there's no debt, no deficit, no unknown things. Everything is known. Maybe I can give some numbers here at this time about the tax regime of Monaco. There is a tax for the companies. Tax regime is similar as France, but there is one difference, that you calculate the tax after you distribute the dividends for the company. So it means that you could adjust your tax level of the company, corporate tax level. But the one good thing is there is no income tax, personal income tax. So that's why most of the world sportsmen, the tennis players, Formula One players, and almost most of the richest person of the world is resident in Monaco, because they don't pay the personal income tax. In terms of the per capita, it is one of the highest, is around 75,000 euro per capita in GDP. I think it's after Luxembourg is the second in Europe. Average growth rate of the GDP is around 5%. As at the beginning, I say that in Monaco, the population is 39,000, but every day there are around 40,000 people are coming to Monaco for work. Around Monaco, I mean, from France and from Italy. So every day there are around 40,000 people are coming to Monaco in the morning to work and then go back to their homes. The economy is very diversified. Here I can say that with Turkey, there are not too much work or exchange of the work, but there are some telecom and some commodities exchange and some sales via Monaco. The yachting industry is very widely recognized in the world, Monaco Yacht Show and the others. But these days, in the recent days, the Turkish yacht builders, big yacht builders are very active, very good. And every year they are presented in Monaco. And they are almost every year the first ones who make the very good high-level business in Monaco, from Monaco. Most of their import-export is from Europe, but there are so many big companies in Monaco or headquarters in Monaco that work with Africa. And there are companies, for example, that provide almost all the material and food of the supermarkets from Monaco. One of the biggest meat dealer of Europe and in Africa is again from Monaco. And there are so many big international companies, headquarters in Monaco. Of course, although it's a very small country, they need to expand, but there's no place to extend. Monaco is one of the countries in the last years that extended their land without war. They extended around 20% of their land without war. It is an extension on the sea. And there's only one project started in 2017, which will finish in 2025, is Mare Terra. They are gaining around 5 hectares, considering Monaco is 200 hectares, 5 hectares land from the sea. There are also extension of the port, but the port is not enough, so they just bought the port, the nearest port in Monaco, in Italy, Ventimiglia, and Monaco is running. And there is a new hospital. The health care system is very, very good. New hospital is under construction, and there are so many constructions these days. Hopefully, will finish in 2027. There is a energy, and as everybody knows, our France is very known for the climate change and also for the sustainable energy transition. So there is a commitment from Monaco. There will be carbon neutrality in 2050. But already there is a big reduction of the greenhouses in Monaco. Everything is becoming digitalized. 2 years ago in Monaco, 5G in the world, first time, the first 5G network is working now in Monaco. And as Zeki Bey just mentioned, we are also trying to make Monaco in the space. So we are MONACOSAT company and some other companies in the digitalization. So Mr. Zeki Bey, if you let me talk about a bit our company and yes, what we are doing in space. In order to have a satellite network, satellite system, especially telecommunication satellites, geostationary satellites, you have to have an orbital position. So when I was in Turkey, I actually applied and get 3 orbital positions for Turkey. So that's why Turksats are there. And as I just said, Monaco is a sovereign country, so they have rights to apply and to coordinate an orbital position. So after we create some joint ventures and the satellite business from Turkey, I asked actually them to create an orbital position, and later on we took over for the coordination. And today, 52-degree east orbital position, we registered for Monaco in ITU. And we launched our first satellite, which is called MONACOSAT-1, which serves to the Central Asia, mainly in Turkmenistan. Today, we have an agreement with the Turkmenistan government, and 2/3 of our satellite capacity is used by Turkmenistan in Turkmenistan and Central Asia, especially to connect Turkmenistan to Europe. So in that region, there are many other countries are using. With this success, we just start to develop a new satellite, which is called MONACOSAT-2. In 2 years' time, we will launch it. It will be a totally new type of satellites, a new generation, fully electric, but also more internet type of satellites. Some space, other than this one, I have some dreams and also some fantasy projects, but it's already created in US. you know, the International Space Station,
Yes.
which is right now used by the 5 different countries. The lifetime of the International Space Station, ISS, will be in 2028. So after then, NASA and the other countries decided not to invest and continue to new ISS because they will invest and go to the moon and to the Mars. But a private company called Axiom Space in States, the ex-NASA astronauts and the engineers created a company to put the new space station modules to the existing one, starting from 24. And then when the lifetime of the first one finished, the existing one, they will cut and they will continue with this private Earth, the space station. And we, my company, SSI, is the only partner, international partner of this Axiom. Already one habitation module is under construction by Thales. And most probably I will put the name as the Monaco in space or Hotel de Monaco in space to open the space tourism. So as you know now, because of the SpaceX and this Axiom and NASA also, there will be space tourism opened for the enthusiasts, investors, but also the real professional astronauts. Of course, as our president, Turkish president, Mr. Erdogan, gave this speech and gave the directions and objectives to Turkish industry, we are of course supporting, as I have already started this business in Turkey. Having Turkish astronauts in the 2023, which is the 100th years of the Turkey, proclamation of Turkey, I think this will be a very good image of Turkey, but also it will show to the newcomers, the youngers, that the future is in space. So as you know, the Atatürk's
Yes.
word, which he says that the future is in the skies or the space, even for the Monaco SAD, we took that motto and we say that the future is in space.
Excellent.
So these are the things that I would like to say at the beginning, and thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, we will go on. Thank you very much for this presentation. As I told at the beginning, small country, but very big projects, and also gaining land peacefully is very important for everybody. Now I want to ask Mrs. Judith Harmati about economy between Turkey and Hungary are very, of course, developed. We know that about the 3rd phase of vaccine, Turkey is working with Hungary, and maybe the 3rd phase will be done in Hungary, as far as I know. And also, Nurol, Hungary was the first exporting country for Nurol's new army car, I think, for transportation of soldiers. That shows that our collaboration scale is very large. But what can you say, Mrs. Harmati, to our members and businessmen who want to have trade or invest in your country? What shall they do first, and which sectors would you tell them to invest or have trade with? What would be your advices to our members about doing business with your country?
I think we can cooperate in every field. Regarding the trade, I think it is the best possibility, as tourism is flourishing in Hungary when everything is in a normal case. So I think, for example, I can give you an example. I had a conversation with a Turkish entrepreneur who would like to open a special restaurant, for Turkish people in Eger, in our city, because, it would be a very good idea just to show what kind of cooperation can be, or what kind of food they can provide, as we have a common history. There is a very big festival, for example, in Eger, when we commemorate the big battle in the 16th century, and also the Turkish people, Turkish actors come just to represent the whole event, you know, together with the Hungarian people working in the forest here. So we can work together in the gastronomy, I think. We can also work together regarding any field of trade. It is a very good idea just to work together with the Chamber of Commerce, you know, in Hungary, because every city, every seat of every county, because Hungary is divided into 19 counties, and every county has its own commerce, center of commerce or chamber of commerce, and they can also provide the good information or the best information for the businessmen who would like to invest in Hungary. So I think in agriculture as well, we can work together in the field of industry as well, because there are a lot of industrial companies in Eger who provide special spare parts for cars as well. And it is also a very good field for cooperation. And I also know that Turkish people work in such companies here. And I think just the cooperation with the medicine would be a good idea, just to, in the medical field would be also a good idea just to work together. And of course, the most important is to find the best way how the Turkish students, how more Turkish students can come to study in Hungary, and how the Hungarian students can go to study in Turkey as well.
About studying, I think you told in the first speech about universities in your country that are willing to have cooperation with Turkish universities. Would you say that we have exchange in both sides? That means Hungarian young students, do they come to study in Turkey, or are they willing to come in Turkey to study? Or is it only about Turkish students who are going to study in Hungary? Can you just say us about both sides' figures?
I think also nowadays I have to tell you that there are more Turkish students in Eger. I can also speak about our situation, about the situation in my city. But I also know that several Hungarian students, but only half of the number of the Turkish students went to study in Turkey. But we can work together just to make the Turkish universities even more important or more popular for the Hungarian students as well, because in Turkey there are also a lot of possibilities, because the strongest field, I think, in both countries is the tourism, you know. The tourism is also very strong and very popular for the Hungarian citizens, and it would be also very good if the Turkish people would like to come to visit our country. Spending their holidays in Turkey, I think more experts would be needed who help the Hungarian citizens if they have any problems during their holidays regarding the guides and things like that.
I have a question to Madame Judith.
Please.
For the universities, the education is in English or in different language?
In English.
English, okay.
English, but they also have the possibility to learn a little Hungarian as well.
Okay.
Yes, but generally, I think they would prefer to study in English. We have the same situation in Turkey because there are schools like ODTÜ or different schools in Turkey that are teaching in English, and many foreigners are trying to enter these schools, not to lose 1 year. But we tell them that it is not losing 1 year. Learning Turkish is very important because now our businessmen are present worldwide, and generally they are looking for local skilled workers, engineers, etc. And we are trying to make them choose Turkish language and studying also Turkish. About Hungary, maybe to give our members a little idea of how it works, can you give us some information first about creating a company, how many times it takes and how much it costs averagely creating a company in Hungary, and also about information like the minimum wage and how it costs for employers to employ a worker, just to give our members an idea about how they can work.
Okay, just to open a company, you need to have an LTD or a small enterprise, with the manager. And then you have to, I think the bureaucracy is a little bit complicated. So Hungary is not like Monaco. We have a personal tax, and I have to tell you that sometimes it is said that the taxes are a little bit high in Hungary because the personal tax is about 18%, and the minimum wage is about, now the minimum wage is, we have, forint, 145,000 forints, which I have to share regarding, it's about 400 and 500 euro per month. So this is the minimum wage. So it's not a very high wage, I know that. But this is the net salary, which the worker gets, and then the companies have to pay 30% of different taxes up to this salary, because the amount which I mentioned, this 400 and 500 euro, this is the net salary of the workers. And then we have to pay the personal tax, we have to pay the insurance, and we have to pay other costs. And this is 30% of the gross salary which we have to pay. But I think the foreign companies have a big advantage because the Hungarian cities and the Hungarian Chamber of Commerces and the Hungarian places really like when a foreign company would like to establish their firm in Hungary, and the Chamber of Commerce and also the local municipalities promote this expectation or this solution, and they don't have to pay sometimes as much tax regarding the company as the Hungarian entrepreneurs have to pay. So sometimes they find such a place which is quite close to the motorway, so which means that the transfer is quite easy. And then these are empty places right next to the motorway, quite close to are very happy when a company is established there, and then they don't have to pay these taxes, which normally the Hungarian entrepreneurs have to pay.
Thank you. That told off record just before beginning. Hungary is one of the countries who is attracting the most FDI. Figures are very good for foreign investors, as far as we have seen. Also, along with this, the convertibility of the money and this very important trade surplus of $9 billion are very important figures to show the country's dynamics. But would you advise our businessmen, our members, to have trade or invest in your country, going along with a local Hungarian company, maybe merging or having associates, local associates? Would you advise it, or would you advise them to go by themselves and invest?
Both of possibilities can be a good solution. The only thing is that they have to find the right partner, the right Hungarian partner, whose field is the same as their field. So where they would like to cooperate together. because if they would like to find, if they find such an entrepreneurs who doesn't have the same experience in that field which they would like to establish here, I think the cooperation would be difficult. In this field, I would advise them just to establish their company alone.
Okay.
That's why I think the communication is very important. So if, for example, a Turkish company or a Turkish businessman would like to establish a company here in Eger or in this northern Hungarian region, because I have to tell you that the salaries are lower in Eastern Hungary than in Western Hungary. So in this field, the country is a little bit separated. Then it is a very good idea just to find a partner, just to go to the Chamber of Commerce who can help them to find that Hungarian businessman who can help them with the cooperation. Our company is a family company, and we don't only deal with the tourism, but we also deal with different projects. For example, we are also building flats and houses. And I can imagine just to find a Turkish partner to work with the finding and buying and selling and building flats and housing estates as well. Because we know that the materials are really high quality in Turkey, and with the building material or with different things which we can use for establishing or with building such housing estates, it can be also a good solution.
Okay. Thank you very much. Maybe I will ask the same question to İlhami Bey, because I think our members don't know a lot about how to make trade or invest in Monaco. What would you advise to our members who are willing to have trade or to invest in Monaco? How shall they behave for local partner, for creating a company? How it works in Monaco?
Thank you. I think it's a bit different in Monaco because Monaco is small, so there is no consumption or the business for Monaco inside Monaco. But there are very good connections of the Monaco companies or international companies based in Monaco that they do trade in Africa and in Europe. So it is a kind of place to work with those big international companies based in Monaco. But when I say international, they are working internationally, but they are local. But when I say local, they are not the Monegasque. I mean, they are like us, always the foreigners who have invested or created the business in Monaco. So the business environment or the friendly relations is very much possible. That because you can see sometimes similar culture people doing business. So to reach to the Africa, I know that the recent years, Turkish companies are very active in Africa, but they have also some big sales networks and also big invested projects in Africa. So I really advise them to cooperate or at least to have contact with those companies in Monaco. Chamber of Commerce of Monaco is very open to have this type of relations. So maybe I may suggest that because a long time ago, during our friend Rahmetli Ibrahim Çağlar time, yes. we had some exchange or trade exchanges. Even the Prince Albert and the ministers came to Monaco, to Turkey, and from Turkish companies here. But recently we don't do such things, but maybe with the MÜSİAD.
Yes, we can have an MOU with the chamber, maybe.
Yeah, I think this will be very good that we can initiate this one. And almost all the Monaco companies are registered to the Monaco Chamber of Commerce, which is here called Monaco Economic Board. And they have two things. One is to make the match with the Monaco companies, but also welcome office. It is a kind of welcome office, like in Turkey, the Turkish investment offices. So they also direct and advise, again, free of charge, to any foreign companies, any Turkish companies, but also I'm here to help any of our friends, which I helped, and they can contact to us anytime that we can introduce them to the Monaco Chamber of Commerce, but also to the related companies and the workers in Monaco.
Thank you very much. I think it's important because Monaco, of course, inside, it is not a very big market. You can't invest or have trade with this. But also, I think we have representative offices and we are present in 95 countries, also in Africa, of course, but in many regions historically. We can have this partnership with Monaco Businessman and Chamber to have this partnership in third countries. That can be very interesting, but the same question about minimum wage, about the price of creating a company and these details. Can you give some information about this?
Creating a company in Monaco, there are three types of companies. I think in Turkey we call anonym şirket.
Yes.
In Monaco or in France it's called Société Anonyme. And then it's called a bit limited company, SRL, which is more limited to the person, and it's not like the Société Anonyme. And the personal companies, I mean, with your name, that you can work as a consultant or only yourself as an artist or someone who creates something yourself. Creating a Société Anonyme, the minimum capital should be 150,000 euro. It is not something that you give to the government or someone, but your capital, minimum capital, should be 150,000 euro. And once you create your company, that this money is available to you to use for your company. The only thing is creating companies is very restricted. It goes to the government, even up to the cabinet of France. It is very selected. They don't give such a right to everybody. That you have to prove that you're really interested in to create such company in Monaco. You are interested to make the real business, and you have to show your business. And more important is you have to rent a place or buy a place to start your work. In terms of the minimum wage is a bit higher than France, because everything is very much linked to the France here. Same, for example, VAT regime is applied. You can have as if you are a European Union company that you can trade in Europe openly. Minimum wage is 1,800 euro net. And if you are a resident in Monaco, you have no income tax, personal income tax. There is one exception, is for the French people, French passports.
Yes, I understand why.
if you are French and if you have French passport, you don't pay tax to Monaco, but you are considered as if you are doing the business in France, and you pay your same tax as if you are in France.
Le Rocher doesn't protect you. Okay.
I also, just one word I would like to say, that
Yes.
it is also very important in Hungary, if you would like to open a firm or your own enterprise, you need a Hungarian residence as well, or your company need a Hungarian residence place here.
You mean residence permit or place?
Place.
Not permit. Just as you mentioned it, and I told you also before this program about the bank account opening for Turkish businessmen, and we had this question. And before this program, I spoke with Mr. Fadıl, as you know, who is our representative in Hungary. What do you think about this subject? Can it be solved, or are there any foreseen change in this policy about bank account opening difficulties for Turkish businessmen in Hungary?
If the firm is registered, in Hungary, they have the place, they also have founded the company, but they also need a foundation documentary authored by a lawyer, and it has to be in 2 languages, Turkish and Hungarian as well. And when the registration has been done, then they can open the bank account in Hungary as well. But of course, the costs for a company is higher than for a person.
Of course. So, Mr. Aygün, about pandemia, and also we are collaborating with many countries about medical issues and medical devices, medical industry, and we have many members in this field. First, if you can tell us about pandemia situation in Monaco, and secondly, how our medical industry can collaborate with partners in Monaco.
Monaco tried to manage this pandemic as in Europe, but since it is a small community, they manage well. As the short-term payments and closing the factories or the shops, they strictly apply the similar things as if in France. Turkey, at the beginning of the pandemic, where there was no mask or difficulties, Turkey generously offered our minister Mevlüt Bey 20,000 of masks free, and it was given to Monaco, and they made a really very nice ceremony on the prime minister level, and announced very well that Turkey is helping them, and the first masks arrived from Turkey. So it was such a relations that our ambassador from Paris, Ismail Hakkı Musa Bey, was here. So it was very good start. And after, still, I think there are a lot of things for the hygiene masks or the gels or the things they are still looking to buy, and many things are coming, I think, China these days, but they are very open, Monaco, on this subject. But as I said, there are companies in Monaco trading with the manufacturers, which are more in Turkey, and I'm sure right now there are some also already connected, but they are selling to Africa or other part of the Europe via Monaco these days. In terms of the vaccine, Monaco made all the vaccine up to 55 years old. And I think recently, maybe in 1 month time, they will open or they will do the all vaccine to everybody resident in Monaco. Oh. Just whatever the age, in around 1 month time. But then they will also make all the workers not resident in Monaco.
Which vaccine do they? Because there is this debate. Which one?
We have the Pfizer, BioNTech.
It's Turkish.
Yes, we are happy. Actually, we got that one.
Yes.
And also, I think they will continue to buy the AstraZeneca and the Moderna.
Mhm.
It will come when it is open to the workers also coming from Italy and France, around 40,000-50,000. But since the numbers are small, they can manage.
Yes. It's more easy when you are 2 million, of course, to vaccine whole population. But from now, how many percent of the population has already get the vaccine? Do you know?
25%.
25. So it's not very high, in fact, when you look. Yes.
Yeah, but they put the vaccine up to 55 years old person.
Mhm.
And this range from 55 to above is only 25%.
So it's a quite young population.
Yeah.
Thank you for this info. Mr. Hamati, same question about pandemic situation. And of course, you are in tourism. I think it is one of the sectors who are the most affected by this. Pandemic situation country, if you can give us some information, and also information about how our companies, medical devices, machines, etc., sector companies can collaborate with your country.
To tell the truth, according to our leaders, we are we have to be very satisfied that most of the vaccines have arrived. Of course, not from the European Union, because there was some problem, what the people think about the division of the vaccines among the European Union countries.
Yes.
But our country also bought a lot of vaccines from China and from Russia. And there was a big debate about the Hungarian people, whether they would like to have these vaccines or not, on only the vaccines which have arrived from the European Union. But nowadays, as there are people who are dying because of they would like to have any kind of vaccine. But to tell the truth, we are not in a very lucky situation, because people above 65 have not been vaccinated, everyone who really wanted to have the vaccines. So the people under 50 haven't got the vaccines, any of them, which they have wanted or applied for, because those people who have different medical problems and who are in danger, so who are above 65, they haven't been vaccinated up till now. So to tell the truth, sometimes I don't know what to believe, because our government informs the people that the people of vaccinated people are above the average in the European Union. But regarding the mortality, we have to say that we are among the top ones, because today also more than 250 people died. So even they spent a lot of money for the Russian and the Chinese vaccinations, they spent a lot of money for them. Unfortunately, the number of vaccines don't come into our city as they have ordered them.
So I think it's a global problem. In Turkey, we have already vaccination for 14 million persons. But I think we must reach 20 million to have this medical results. But Mr. Hamati, about our businessmen who are working about medical issues, devices, etc., do you think there is a possibility for them in your country to have activity, or is market open, or are there opportunities for them?
I think so. In this field, there was a big gap, I think. So not many such companies exist in Hungary who work in the medical field. So, and now this situation, this pandemic, are really shown that we have to be more open to work in the medical field, because we are very easily hurt in this field, I think.
Actually, I may say some word about Hungary. When you look at Europe, Hungary is doing very right and very well, because Europe is now distributing centralized this vaccine distribution, and they distribute according to the according to the COVID cases, but they distribute according to the number of population. But some countries, they are okay in terms of the COVID cases, but still they send the vaccine there, and those vaccines are not used. Today in Europe, 40% of the vaccine that distributed are not applied. And some of them, because of the time and the dates, they will be useless. So what Hungary did, without waiting the European Union, they went to the Russian and the Chinese ones. They are doing very well. And I am sure the rest of the European countries will follow Hungary. So it was a very clever decision of Hungary.
So as you see, Ilhami Bey is also
Yes,
very interested in Hungarian issues.
No,
Yes, still 15%.
Because he is looking from space, you know.
You are right. I mean, we as a scientist, as an engineer,
Of course, yes.
we went through the details.
It's very
And there is, for example, when you ask what can be done, for example, there is one Italian doctor who invented the catheter where it goes to the stent for the heart, but he invented the catheter to open the thrombose in the brains when there is a clot in the brains. So he is the one who invented. His company was in Germany. So what I heard last week, because I'm also last year, I was the president of the Rotary Club of Monaco, where the Prince is our honorary president. So we discuss all the time. So this doctor transformed his company or factory from Germany to Hungary, because they say that Hungary, the environment for the businessman is more open, more liberal, and also it is welcomed such investment. So I just want to help our friend in Hungary.
Thank you very much. You are really right that now our government is really very open to any entrepreneurs from every country. So I think there is a wide opportunity for entrepreneurs and for businessmen who would like to invest in Hungary, because they get a lot of promotion from the Hungarian government.
And the example given by Ilhami is very important, because as we know, Germany, if a company, high-tech company is moving to Hungary, it shows that really there are big of opportunity in Hungary, and of course it's very good. Maybe to end the program, but I will have also one question maybe after. What would you say about the coming relationship? Because as honorary consuls, of course, you are very involved in the relations between Turkey and the country where you live. Maybe beginning by Mrs. Harmati, how do you see Turkey-Hungary relations, economic, political relations in coming years? Short term, of course. What do you see like the new developments or different opportunities? How do you see the coming 2 or 3 years relationship between two countries?
I think it will be stronger and stronger. You know, regarding the political attitudes, sometimes it is positive, it is negative, I think. But we have to find those common things where we can work together. what I can see, it is very important to support the cooperation between the two countries politically. And now I think it is supported by the Hungarian government. And when it is supported both by the Hungarian and by the Turkish government, I think the flourishing can start. So that's why it's very important. The first step is just to find the common way by the two governments. And then when it has already been started, I think the next step is just to come closer the businessmen from both countries. For example, Rotary clubs are also working in Hungary, so it can be also a common point just for cooperation, just to have here and there, because they promote a lot of things, I know.
Same question to İlhami Bey about short-term developments you expect between both countries in coming several years. How do you see for a scientist, I just don't know how you will answer, but how do you see coming 2 or 3 years?
So first, I think Europe politically is in crisis right now. There is no leader. I don't want to talk, for diplomacy or politics, but we are living in Europe, so there is no leader running to hold Europe. And this pandemic shows that although it's called Union, European Union, there is no union. They already separated, they stopped the borders, and everybody understood that they have to have their own policy. And the Brussels is just the bureaucrats. I mean, that's they are not elected. They are not giving any response to or responsibility to the public. So it's the bureaucracy. So I think there will be a big change, has to be a big change in Europe coming years. Monaco, at the beginning, as I said, is a stable. There's not affected such things. But the relations between Monaco and Turkey was always good historically, and it is still good. As I said, Monaco is supporting almost all international arenas, the Turkey and Turkish candidacy, even for the Olympics and the Expo, even United Nations things. So what I would like is, I know Turkish businessmen, and sometimes the Turkish politicians think that Monaco is small, no need to have such relations. But it is the same. France has the same one vote, and Monaco has the same one vote. So although the relations are very good, I think after the pandemic, there should be that we should organize some things, that businessman to businessman discussions, because there are big potential of the business from Monaco for the Turkish companies.
Okay, I think we will work about this, especially this MOU with Monaco Chamber. I think is very important, because as we speak the same language between businessmen, I think you can go ahead many political problems, because we are not politicians, we are businessmen, and we can open doors more easily, really. And last question about the honorary consuls. As the honorary consuls, how do you see your mandate, your personal statute, and what's for you is a honorary consul? Please, Judith, first you.
I became an honorary consul after almost 7 years, because, the ambassador was changed, and it took a long time. Still, I became an honorary consul. When I was inaugurated last year, I almost couldn't believe it, that it happened, and I was thinking about whether it is important for me or not. But I always like the challenges, And I think we still have to do a lot as I work in the field of tourism. And that I would like to show the Turkish people as well what Hungary is like. And I would like to incent them just to come and to visit Hungary. And one more thing, I always say that maybe we did some bad things in the past, but the history is just a concrete event which we have to learn from. And we have to build our present and future up to the historical event. And Eger and or Hungary and Turkey have a lot of common in our history. So we have to cooperate. And I would like to incent the businessmen, if they have some kind of fantasy in investing Hungary, they can they can keep contact either with me, and I promise that I would like to find the best possibility for them just to find the correct partner or to found their own business or enterprise in Hungary.
Thank you very much. Same question to İlhami Bey.
Monaco, being a honorary consul in Monaco is a bit different because all the countries represented in Monaco as with the honorary consulates, except France and Italy. So Monaco doesn't accept any embassy or any consulate or anything with the career diplomats, because it's small, it's not necessary. So
you are the ambassador.
I don't want to say, but yes, I mean that Monaco consider us as the ambassador and the first contact for the country. So anything they need to communicate with the Turkey, it goes through us, or they ask us, they communicate with us. And the nearest embassy is our ambassador in Paris. Our ambassador in Paris is also ambassador to Monaco. So, for example, Ali Bey, I think in the coming days, he will come and he will put give his letter to the prince together. So, and the nearest consul general of Turkey is Marseille.
Okay.
So we are okay in Monaco. The Turkish people in Monaco, they don't have any problem of passports, anything, although we don't deal. But most of the people around Monaco, which is from Nice or Beausoleil and even Italy, they are coming us and asking us to help. So we are working in the region. But just to tell you, being a honorary consul of Turkey in Monaco, as Turkish also, is very important. Yes. Because Prince Albert said several times, and he said this one when our president Tayyip Bey visited Monaco when he was in prime ministry, he said one thing: as Monaco, we have some relatives and friends. Relatives is France and Italy. We cannot do anything. We are living with them. But Turkey is the first one among our friends. So he said himself to his government also. Exactly. So it gives us some power also. Anything needed, not only in Turkey, but as a, let's say right now, cooperating with the government as a scientist, we are very good in good cooperation with the government, the prince, and the Monaco.
Thank you very much. So I think it was very interesting for myself. I had a lot of very interesting information. Thank you both for this very interesting discussion and also all the details and informations you gave to us. As MÜSİAD, we are working with our honorary consuls, and we're going to develop this partnership. As İlhami Bey told, we have got leadership about this very aspect. But we think that opening doors and developing trade diplomacy is really the best way to develop trade. And we think that you, our honorary consuls, are more stable partners than professional diplomats, because they are limited to 4 years, 5 years. For you, you can stay 10 years, 20 years, and develop really strong links without diplomatically correct, as we say. Sometimes diplomats can't say, do or tell many things. That's why we will in our next program, we will have this meeting with different regions. We begin with Europe, but we will go on with Africa, America, our honorary consuls in the world. Thank you very much for this program discussion, participation, for your time, and I hope your honorary consul work and also personal business. We will of course inform our members of your what you tell about. They can contact you for business and for developing this business with your countries. Thank you very much. I hope you will keep safe during this pandemic period. You and your family is very important, of course. And see you soon in Turkey or in your country. Thank you very much. And good evening and good night to all.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening.